In 2010, a large aquarium was installed in a Shanghai shopping mall, housing several sharks. Periodically, a diver entered the tank to feed the predatory fish, attracting crowds and making the aquarium a local landmark. However, tragedy struck around New Year's in 2012 when the unthinkable happened. The aquarium burst. As people watched the sharks as usual, the 34-ton shark tank exploded, unleashing a wave of its exotic inhabitants, lemon sharks and turtles, onto onlookers. The incident showered mall employees and customers with glass, resulting in injuries to 15 people. One man suffered a broken leg and multiple lacerations, while others sustained cuts, scratches, and minor bruises from flying glass fragments. Eyewitnesses described the sound as resembling a real explosion, and media reports detailed the chaotic aftermath. Most of the injured, mainly mall staff, were treated and released shortly after receiving medical care. Sadly, all the aquarium's inhabitants perished in the incident. Despite being the mall's most popular attraction, the management decided not to rebuild the fish tank after it burst. All stores resumed operations the following day. The exact cause of the aquarium's rupture remains undetermined, though experts speculate it may have been triggered by glass reacting to a sudden drop in temperature during a cold snap. Many witnesses of the aquarium burst feared potential shark bites, as sharks are often perceived as voracious predators. However, this perception doesn't always reflect reality. Take, for instance, a young woman who adores sharks, treating them like pets and even touching them without incident. These sharks typically behave well and do not attempt to bite anyone. Nevertheless, it's not advisable for others to emulate her behavior and get too close to sharks. In another aquarium incident, Berlin's Mid-District saw the unveiling of a 12.8 million euros cylindrical saltwater aquarium in 2002. Boasting a 16-meter structure holding 1 million liters of saltwater and 1,500 fish, it was heralded as the world's largest of its kind and a standout feature of the Radisson Blu Hotel. Inside the Aquadrome, there was even a functional elevator installed. Just 2 days prior to the incident, the structure underwent a comprehensive inspection and nearly 3 million euros worth of renovations. The maintenance crew meticulously serviced the elevator and replaced silicone seals. Following the pandemic closure, the aquarium finally reopened in June 2022. The pride of the Aquadrome was its massive acrylic glass cylinder, a feat crafted by the American company Reynolds Polymer Technology and its subsidiary ICM, renowned for their expertise in acrylic panel construction. These panels were designed to withstand minor impacts, ensuring that even small breaches could only result in minimal water leakage, not a catastrophic rupture of the entire cylinder. Despite the reassurances against Hollywood-like scenarios by architect Michael Jessing during the aquarium's opening, a devastating incident occurred on December 16th. Shortly before 6 a.m., a tremendous explosion shook the hotel, sending shockwaves through the building. The force of the blast shattered doors and windows, hurling furniture out onto Karl Liebknecht Strasse below. 1 million liters of water and the lives of all 1,500 aquarium inhabitants spilled onto the street. Fortunately, due to the early hour, there were no fatalities, with only 2 minor injuries reported. Rescuers managed to save 30 fish that were housed in separate tanks in the hotel's basement at the time of the rupture. Representatives from the American company arrived at the scene to conduct an inspection. However, the initial conclusion had already been voiced. The largest aquarium in the world didn't require an external trigger to burst. It collapsed entirely on its own.